are now being hired by these centers in the West, and alhamdulillah they are making such a good progress there. But for the case of Egypt, I don't know if this will be possible or not, because it's not just like a personal initiative that you can undertake. It's a matter that has to be fully organized and fully endorsed by the government, because now you are not talking about spreading of Islam, we're talking about politics now. It comes under the constraints of politics, which requires someone who is in charge, or someone who can raise this point in the particular bureaus, so they can inshallah think of it. But it is a very good point.
We need this only English-speaking audience. Not in all cases we need it. We need it only.
Yeah. This is what I said at the beginning, Saeed. I said, if we say that two major mosques in Alexandria, they have these service for those people, and we make some sort of announcement in places where we think foreigners or non-Egyptians work or live. Say that if you are interested to listen to the khutbah in English, the Mosque of Al-Mursa wal-Abbas provides translated khutbah, inshallah, for the Jum'ah prayer. Or some one or two places, and it is just you don't have to regulate the whole country to provide this service. It's only one or two where the foreigners can go to. Right. I'm talking about right.
I shouldn't say it like this. We should know what to know. We should know first the point of the Muslim. Through this and this, will attract them to ask me in a direct way.
Right, thank you. Well, this is one of the examples to explain wisdom, which we discussed in the beginning of this series. I said that the Quran says بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة. And we tried to explain wisdom and said that wisdom here would include so many things, and among them is how to say things, when to say things, and where to say things. And today we said that the lectures today is dedicated to the first part, which is where to do so, where to inform people, and then we will move into when to say this and to whom to say this. And we will try to have a basic classification of our targets, because as we said in the beginning, not every discourse on Islam will be suitable to be employed in all events or to all people. You'll have to understand the mentality and the background and the intent of the person that you are inviting to Islam, so that you can give them what they need in the way that suits them. Right? And inshallah we will cover this point in the coming 2 or 3 lectures. If you are in a place where you can't just stand and introduce yourself as a Muslim preacher, and I am here to teach you about Islam. Usually the Muslim preacher knows when to speak and how to say things, the successful one. So you can't directly teach them about the teachings of Islam, but you can say it in a different way. By your example, by a word, by mentioning one of the statements, it comes in different ways.
I just want to agree with the sister about talking to talk with them in direct way, because I have an experience with chatting with foreigners. When we speak in direct ways that I want to talk with you about Islam, he makes some barriers or feels that I am guiding him to be
right.
Someone told me that another one, she feels that like he forcing him to be Muslim. But So when I talk with him, I just be with like a friend with him, to speak with him about daily life and about their life and about my life, and including in this about my religion and not about my life here, about my relation with Allah and with Muslims and with others. I think it would be better to speak like that.
Right. And this perfectly goes with the mentality and mind of people in the West. They never like to be taught. They never like to be instructed in how to do things. They always like to learn things by experience. And one of the things I actually remember in this regard is that when I sent my children to school in England, my second child, she was not interested in participating in any activity in the school at all, unlike her sister. The first one was very active and very contributory to the activities in the school, and I felt so much worried about her. And one day I decided to go to the school and talk to the people there about this attitude. She never liked even to speak one word. And later I came to know that this is called in England as selective mutism. The child selects not to talk now, right? And I talked to the teacher and said, I'm really very worried about her, and I can't really see her doing any progress at school, and I just want to see how to work this out. And she said, she's fine. I said, she's not fine. I think there's a problem. Her sister is very active and very even talkative, and she comes to school full of ideas about what she got that day and what she learned. But the other one, she's not doing anything. She said, no, she's fine. I am observing her all the time and she's doing well. She keeps remembering everything and memorizing everything she hears and she sees others doing. And one day you will see her doing everything unconsciously. And actually in the beginning I didn't believe her. But in a couple of 2 months' time, I found she started talking. She got involved in all the activities at school, and she did very well, and she even excelled her British counterparts. And she always got like the full mark in everything. And I was very happy. So I came to learn one thing about the culture there. They learn by experience, not by teaching. Direct teaching is very much a hated thing to them. So I think this attitude about delivering the message indirectly is very useful. It will let others see Islam without feeling forced to see it in the way you want, because they will not believe you. They want to see things in practice, not in theory. This is how I say learning by practice, learning by experience. Okay? Right. I always believe that one of the ways for introducing Islam to others is by providing alternatives and تفضلي سنة ثالثة. أنا متأسف يعني الترم ده أنا ما درستش سنة ثالثة خالص. عفوا. Right. It is through leading some campaigns, some projects that will stand and oppose and fight munkar, or the indecencies in the community, in the society. This is a reflection of the spirit of Islam in real life. And again, I'm bringing the same notion I said in the beginning. It is about connecting